We're here with Emory head baseball coach Mike Twardoski a couple days before the start of actually 1 day before the start of the NCAA regionals. Coach, kind of familiar place going back to Piedmont again. You were there last year, obviously had a lot of success. How much does that familiarity, both with the location and the tournament as a whole now, after last year's run, really help the team?
Sure, it's very important. I think, teams coming from the West Coast, teams coming from 400-mile bus trips are going to be maybe a little tired that first game, but also knowing the Piedmont field, knowing the restaurants, we're staying in the same hotel. Familiarity is a very big part of being comfortable, and I think we're going to be comfortable with our surroundings. But the team, we're going to have a nice practice today, which is great to be able to practice on our field and not worry about time restraints and things like that. But I think it's a huge advantage to us being this close to Piedmont.
Coach, it's an interesting bracket because some of the teams in the field, some you're real familiar with, play every year, whether it's Birmingham Southern, Rhodes, Methodist. The other two teams in the field, Marietta obviously a little bit more familiar with, but Pacific Lutheran from all the way across the country,
Sure.
A little bit different than your typical regional.
Well, that's when you have to go to your strength. We can't worry about scouting reports on this guy can't hit a curveball or fastball or it goes the other way all the time. We have to go with what our strengths are. So Jackson Week, who's going to start the first game, is going to pitch to his strengths, which he's done all year. And our hitters are going to look fastball and adjust to off-speed pitch. That's all you can do in a regional where it's 2 games and out, because you can't make adjustments because there's no time to make adjustments. So we'll play to our strengths like we've done since I've been here, and we'll worry about maybe a few key things of maybe they run the bases a lot, or a guy doesn't have a lot of walks, so we can maybe pitch out of the zone a little bit, but little things like that. But we'll play to our strengths.
Coach, the importance of winning that first game when you go out there, and obviously Pacific Lutheran, the 2 seed, you guys will be the 5th seed. Huge difference between kind of winning that first game and losing that first game. Talk about the team coming out and coming out with what they have in that first one.
Well, I mean, you have to win the first game, and if you win that game, then you have to win the next game. So it just piles on. You can't think anything other than the first pitch, the first at bat, the first ground ball, fly ball, whatever it is. So you have to simplify things, and that's all we're doing. Obviously, going with Jackson Week, the first game, who's been so consistent for us, is going to be a very big help for us to really be comfortable, because again, we have a lot of kids that are starting their first regional, and they forget that they're playing a baseball game, and that's my job, is kind of reel them in and say, listen, go play, just like we did at UAAs and just like we did the first game this year. So yeah, the first game is always big going into the winner's bracket, and having Jackson on the mound will be a great comfort zone for us.
Coach, 2 weeks in between your last game, maybe even a little bit more than that at this point. What have you seen in practice the last few weeks, seen from the team? Obviously some encouraging signs out there, I'd imagine.
Oh, great. We went through our exhausting exams, so we gave the kids that time off. And I really challenged them to, when we're on the field, when it's hot, when it's early, whatever it is, that we have to win the regional on our grass right now. And that's corny to say, but it's the truth. And so I think we have our game legs under us as well as we can. I mean, again, not playing in 2 weeks is going to be a little questionable of our timing, but we did everything that we can do to prepare to win this regional. I'm very proud of the team.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck this week.
Okay, thank you.